Oh, welcome in everybody and happy Sunday evening. We're glad you're here. I am Chris. I am the Disney Baker, and welcome to the Disney Pin Layer. As you may know or may not know, this is where I do all my pintastic stuff. I have my pin wall, and I have some of my Disney merch, and I am currently if you're new to the channel, I am currently a Disney cast member, and I do bake on property for the Walt Disney World Company. So that's me in a nutshell. So the name kind of explains the person, the Disney Baker. Hey, Dole Whip Dave, welcome in. Hey, everybody, I'm glad you're here. I will tell you what I spent. I wanted to get some footage for my channel, so I spent some time in the parks this morning. I opened up Animal Kingdom, and then I went over to Hollywood Studios, and then I went ahead and finished over at Magic Kingdom. And it was a Florida day here. If you're not familiar with the temperatures in Florida, it was hot. Flash pack, as Robin Williams says, flash pot cooking hot. It was hot. It was Louisiana hot. But as long as you hydrate down here in Florida, it is very helpful. So if you ever come down here, just make sure you hydrate the day before. Anywho, let's get started here. Let's go into chat. Hello, Katie Y. Stanley Socks. How are you? I pushed the like button. Hi, everybody. Thanks for pushing the like button. Stanley put that up there first. Stanley, thank you so much. Yeah, push the like button. And if you know how to share, hit that little arrow, share us out. We did hit 3K 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and my numbers are continuing to climb. And it is a number. The number is not important. The subscribers are what's important. The number is a number. Bob Seeger says that if you feel like a number, you know, you're a tiny blade of grass in a great big field. And I don't mind being that tiny blade of grass, man. It's just nice to be among other pieces of grass there. So that's pretty cool. So I thank you for saying that, and share us out, and go in and comment, not just here, and go in later and comment and let us know what you liked or what you didn't like about our conversation, or what you'd like to see on upcoming chats that we're going to do. So, and my live bakes should be starting up here sometime soon. Once I get above that 3,000 viewing hours is what my goal is. So if you're hanging out one day and you don't know what to watch and you want to throw me up on the big screen in the living room, hey, Ryan Rowe, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Throw me up on a big screen and watch some of my stuff, and I can get some more viewing hours. And once I get up to 3K, I get monetized. And that will help support the channel and help support the ingredients and things that I'll be buying to do all my baking, and show you guys some amazing baking tricks and having a bunch of fun while we're doing it. And we'll be able to invite people coming into the stream and have multiple people on the screen right here with you, and you would be watching them do their bake while you're watching me do my bake, and you can be asking them questions or talking about whatever you want to in chat. So continuing down, Dole Whip Dave. Hello, Jordan Disney's Adventures. Good to see you. Let's see. The Real Steven. Hello to Real Steven. Thanks for being here. Connie. Hello, Connie. Welcome in. Chris Dye, welcome in. If my mic's too loud, let me know. I'm right over top. But hello, Theo, my friend. Good to see you. Yes, Theo Sam Eagle. Love that name. All right. So, like I said, we're just going to chat. We're going to chat Disney. There was some conversations that I had with a friend of mine today, and we were talking about desserts in the park and food in the park and stuff like that. And you may know him. His name's Drew in the Moment, and his wife Queen V. We met. He was over at Hollywood Studios, and he and I chatted for a bit. And Drew is also a baker, and so we were talking about stuff. And I told him about my new position, and you know, I have conversations with people all the time that are in the parks quite often, and then I have people that come to the parks and don't have a whole lot of understanding about the desserts and what you can see, because the desserts change so much at Disney, especially at Epcot with the seasons and the beer and garden and art and everything, and the desserts change so much. You would really have to be on top of your game going into some of the sites, some of the websites. The one I have pulled up here was WDW News Today, and going on those sites and actually finding out what's coming up um, at the parks, what new desserts. All restaurants on property don't always give changes to the dessert line because those dessert lines change so much. And I would know because that's Gonzo. What's up? What's up, brother? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Didn't know how you were feeling, but if you wanted to come in, just send me a message and I can send you the link, buddy. You're always welcome. And going back to the desserts, it's the desserts are fantastic. I mean, I'm biased, but the desserts are really good. But they change so fast and so often. They don't always have pictures or online. So going to these other these websites and finding out, there's some amazing people that get a lot of Disney information out there, and that it's just click on those and find out the desserts, and they'll tell you exactly how they're made. I haven't clicked on all of them. I haven't found all of them, but the ones I have found have some really good descriptions. I know Nate from Paging Mr. Morrow. He does a lot of food reviews. He does a lot of things like that, and he has a pretty good lead on stuff like that. So you can check Nate's channel out too. How much sugar do you go through a day? I tell you what, Dave. The bakery in which I work is one of the largest bakeries on property, and the amount of sugar in every different department varies. Depending on what they're making. If they're making creme brulee, if they're making buttercream icing, if they're using granulated sugar, if they're making cookie doughs, if they're using powdered sugar, it depends. But probably across all properties, we probably go through a really lot. Hundreds, probably hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And being in this position for only a couple of weeks, I'm still learning. I'm still training. I don't have my badge with me now, but I have a badge that says I'm earning my ears. If you've ever seen, I have some pictures that I can bring up. Let's see. I'm probably gonna drive Katie crazy here. I'm gonna possibly, and everybody say hello to Katie. She's my executive director, and she keeps me grounded with stuff like this. Let's see if I can do some of this. So I was moving some photos off of my phone the other day, and that's always exciting. If you've never done that, that's exciting. Downloads. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go there because I think I'll just mess up. But anyway, I'll just come back here with everybody else. So, with that being said, if you've noticed the thumbnail was Tigger, and I'll tell you what, Tigger is my jam. Excuse me one second. And I figured, I might as well wear my Tigger shirt, and then right here on my shelf in front of me, I have Tigger, and he looks at me and he keeps me happy. So we're going to be hopping around today, says Tigger. Do you get to taste the products? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. And we had a new product line that came out for the California Grill, which is on top of the Contemporary. We have a new head chef, pastry chef. His name is Chef Noah. He was very well known at Epcot. He was at Epcot for almost 8 years, and he's now our new head chef at the Contemporary, and he is phenomenal. And he came, and him and his assistant chefs, they designed my hat's crooked. They designed a whole new dessert line for California Grill, and they are fantastic. And I had some pictures the other day. But again, the pictures I had, I downloaded, and I don't know what file I put them on, so I know they're off my phone. So anyway, Yeah, we love seeing Gonzo in chat. It's yeah, there's a lot of good desserts on property. There's a lot of good restaurants on property. Um, but again, within your budget, stay. You always want to stay within your budget. We do. Katrina, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Yes, Katrina and I spoke earlier today, and we had a great conversation. It was nice to speak with her. Uh, and But staying when you come and you stay either off property or on property, and you decide where you're going to eat, and how you're going to eat. You're going to eat at sit down restaurants. You're going to eat at walk up restaurants. At property. Are you going to go outside? Are you going to go outside? You're going to go to Disney Springs. There's so many different things that you can do there, and there's so many different places to eat, so you won't ever go hungry. So that's the whoa, Stanley, holiday desserts. We were literally just talking about holiday desserts the other day. Um, if you don't know, Disney does a phenomenal job. Let me go here. Let's see what this brings up for me. Da, 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 da. I have a small keyboard here, and it's not getting a very good collection. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and then we're just going to I'll bring this up on stream. I'll share this out so you guys can see it. Hey, Movie Mania Nick, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Liberty Tree dessert is wonderful. The Liberty Tree dessert, Theo. I Gosh, I had a talk with somebody a couple weeks ago. We had dessert, and I was hanging out with Pete and Pete and some friends and stuff. And we had dessert, and there was so many at one table. I don't think there's 6 or 8 at one table. And then there was like 3 or 4 of us at another table, and our dessert came, and we wolfed it down. It was gone. It's ooey gooey coffee cake with vanilla ice cream and caramel and chocolate sauce, and with crumbled. It was fantastic. And then I noticed that Pete's table didn't finish all there, so I just grabbed my spoon and went over and started eating it. But that's a phenomenal dessert. You are absolutely correct. But going back to, I want to share the screen. You talked about when we start, desserts. We started discussing the desserts the other day, and I want to share this out there with you guys. We do gingerbread houses, and if you're not hey Jeff, welcome in. Good to see you. If you're not familiar with the gingerbread houses, the Grand Floridian does the most elaborate, I would say, between that and Beach Club. They do. So hey Debbie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Days at Baker, they will give you another one. And we start those real, I'm not going to say, the preparation for that starts in September. The designs, I'm going to guess they're already on. I don't have. Hello, Debbie Berfel. What's going on? Good to see you. It's okay. You're at the party. That's all that counts. The planning for these amazing displays starts literally probably right after the season is finished, and they start planning for next year. The one at the Contemporary last year, they literally had to bring in a crane for the outside of the Contemporary because they had to basically drop a canvas in the middle of the Contemporary, shaped like this, and a monorail goes through both ways. They had to shut the monorail down, and they had to bring a crane in to put this canvas on the glass on the outside. But they're not doing that this year. So everything that's going to happen when they're making the gingerbread house or the gingerbread display at the Contemporary, you will be able to see it 24/7 as they start going in and out on the monorail. So you'll be able to see it this year. We're not hiding anything. And yes, please hit the thumbs up and give us a like and a share out, please. I appreciate that. Thank you, Katie, for putting that. Dave, I will tell you, my fingers are crossed. Every finger that I have on my person that I can cross, toes, arms, everything. Yes, that's something that I would definitely like to get into. It's something that I definitely have some background in. Piping work. There's a lot of piping work that goes on there. The planning is everything is guided by all the head chefs. And Kay Wilbury, welcome in. Yes, they definitely people plan their vacations around the actual building at the Grand Floridian. That is a fact. And I hope the teams that I'm new, but I hope that I hope they ask for volunteers, and if they don't, I'll probably go in and say, I'd like to volunteer. I do not work full time for the Walt Disney World Company. I work part time, and so maybe that'll give me a little bit more play. Stephanie, welcome in. So hopefully that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to being able to be part of that. So yay for me. Let's see, what else did I do? There was another one here. Let me see. Let's do. Yeah, there is a whole complete guide to Walt Disney World. Something you may notice, or maybe you didn't notice, is when I describe, there is very little that I'll describe about Walt Disney World without saying Walt. A lot of people just call it Disney World. I call it Walt Disney World because it's Walt Disney World. Disneyland is Disneyland. It was Walt's Disneyland, but they didn't call it Walt Disney World, Walt Disneyland. It's just Disneyland. Because I know that Walt deserves the credit every single time that word is said. It's Walt Disney World. So you'll hear me say that. So there is Gingerbread House locations. Gingerbread House locations are at Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge, Beach Club Resort, Boardwalk Resort, Contemporary Resort, Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, and Yacht Club Resort. Now, you heard me say Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Usually when I speak of the lodges or the resorts, I say Disney's. But when I talk about Walt Disney World or Magic Kingdom, I definitely say Walt Disney World. Over at Disney's Yacht Club, the gingerbread display in 2023 was the first for their resort. Pastry chef D Cuisine Michael Craig, he used the blueprints from the Red Lighthouse located outside on Crescent Lake to create the display. And at the Holiday Pop Shop, you could have grabbed one of their little offerings. They had they had Lighthouse Fudge, which was really cool. And I saw where they brought in actually a forklift when they were prepping that. And I think there's a video out there that you can see when they were placing the top part of the lighthouse. And it was already made. Now, these structures are made out of 2x4s and plywood and things like that. So they're made like that. But then they're finished with full sheets and half sheets of that look like shingles on a house that are just actually gingerbread and icing and fondant. And it's amazing how much chocolate is used for that, where they glaze the pieces of shingles. They turn them upside down and they coat them, enrobe them, the backs in chocolate. And then when they go to apply them, they literally use a commercial heater if you will, handheld heater to heat the chocolate, and then they put it on. It's pretty amazing. Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge, the same thing there. Jumbo House featured a gingerbread display of giraffes and zebras in 2023. So going in and as things are released to the public, I don't get any information any sooner than anybody else does. Hello, Kelly, the Mickey Bunch. Casey's Corner of the World came in. Hello. Good to see you, Casey. The only picture of Chris rappelling out of the ceiling. Casey, you think of the greatest things. I love that. I would do that. I would rappel down and do that. That would be fun. But I don't get any more information any sooner than anybody else. Other than, conversations of when we're going to start. And they could say, oh, well, we're going to start, making gingerbread in September 18th or something like that. And that's just, it's all hearsay. And I mean, I don't know any other secrets, but I will tell you that we have been discussing it, which is exciting. And I'd love to be part of any team on property that would be able to do it. My head's crooked or my hat's crooked. Any team on property, I would love to do that. So, so let me throw this out there to anyone in chat. Have you ever hung out at any of the places during the season? And how long have you ever hung out for to watch them build these gingerbread houses and displays? I never have. I haven't, and I'd like to. And if I'm not working on it, I'd like to be hanging out and watching them work on it, because that's going to be part of, part of what I do. I'm hoping. So that was that part that we were talking about. There's a lot of news about. I picked this up today. Never saw them. Katrina says never saw them built, but go after seeing them. Yeah, I mean, they're just, other than being, in the state of Florida, within range of Walt Disney World, and having access to, the properties and doing stuff like that. It is a vacation destination. But there are people that live locally here that have annual passes that come quite often. Disney Vacation members come quite often. And if you're one of those and you've seen it, that's pretty cool. Everyone, appreciate that, Stanley. Thank you. I like how everybody's saying hi to everybody. Mar Memphis, what's up? Thank you. So I went by a DVC kiosk today over at Hollywood Studios, and they had these sitting out. And this is the new advertisement button for Chip and Dale. And if you don't know about Chip and Dale are, well, the teeth aren't right here, but the faces are. Chip has a black nose and Dale has a brown nose. So, but this one you can tell who Chip is. And these were cool. And if you really look at the button, looks like a slice of maybe a pine tree branch, and then they took a wood burner and they burned that in, and then it gives it that look. I thought it was pretty cool. And this is now called I pulled something up, and it's called glamping. So glamping has appeared. Let me take this one out. Glamping has appeared at Disney. Now I'll take this one out. And this was DVC News. And DVC News. And let's see. A couple of these ads. That only has like one picture. That's not cool. Let me look at the other one. I had another one that had more pictures. Let me find it. Do, 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 do. Nope, not it. Not it, but I do like that. That's a cool picture. All right, we're going to show you a picture of this one, and then we're going to talk about glamping and what glamping is. There we go. There we go. Let's use that. Boom. That is a cool button. I agree with you. And share screen. Share screen. Glamping arrives at Walt Disney World. So when I show that to you, then I have to show this to you. And then I have to go back to this screen so I can move it around. So hold on 1 second, please. And then I have to take it over to here. There we go. And then what you're going to see is this, and then I can manipulate it here. So these are the new cabins, the modern new cabins. They opened July 1st at Disney Wilderness Resort, and glamping arrives at Walt Disney World. See the inside of the Chippendale themed cabins. Ah, Chippendale. Go figure. That's what's on the button. So, July 1st, the cabins at Disney Fort Wilderness reopened at the property famous campground, an updated version of the existing log cabin style accommodations with new modern features, modern touches like floor to ceiling windows, vaulted ceilings, and whimsical artwork. When the ongoing construction is complete, there will be more than 350 new cabins available to book. And that's DVC and rentable ones. There'll be ones that you'll be able to actually rent out. But for those seeking a getaway, it features tranquility and nature and the comforts of home. Let me scroll back over here. And the comforts of home, the new cabins offer full kitchens, walk-in showers, plush queen and bunk beds. If a nod to temp camping, the blankets on the bunk beds are sleeping bag style. Well, I think the kids would love that. The sheets are probably just sewn together. So these are pretty cool pictures. This was from US. This was from. Let's see if I can make that bigger. Yeah, let's watch this.
World. Well, come with me to check out the new cabins that just opened July 1st. Unlike the previous cabins that had that recognizable log exterior, the new ones aim for a sleeker, more modern look. The cabins are about the same size, still 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom that can sleep up to 6 adults. But rather than a pull-out couch for extra sleeping space, the new cabins have an actual bed, a Murphy bed that pulls down from the wall.
Well, I think guests will be delighted with the new cabins, which were designed for today's modern living and then for future generations to come. They'll enjoy a light and bright interior, large windows with views out to the deck. And
okay, so let's just pause that right there. Okay, so it's a paid ad. And Walt from Mouse Talk, hello Walt, welcome in. He doesn't like them. I want a cabin that looks like a cabin. That's because that's how I get it, Walt. He wants a cabin that looks like a cabin. The inside is fine, but Disney's getting away from theming. That's a good point, Walt. Theming is really important. I remember seeing videos of those. Let me go to this and mute that.
To the nature beyond.
Let's see what she.
With this reopening, the cabins at Fort Wilderness Resort joined the Disney Vacation Club as its 17th property. But you don't need to be a DVC member to book a stay. Prices vary depending on the time of year, but according to Disney's website, you can expect to pay on average about $550 a night. As for the old cabins, check out our last video to see how you can get your hands on one to own for yourself. Will you be booking your next Disney vacation at one of the new cabins?
Yeah, that was I thought that was pretty interesting that they did that. They sold the old cabins. they literally went and had them put on wheels, and people bought them. I didn't buy. I agree with you, Walt. $550 a night. Now you got the bungalows. You got the bungalows over at the Poly. They're in the thousands. Heck no, 55 a night. No, I mean Red Roof Inn down the road is probably 115, 120. You know, it's for the experience a night. Yeah, that's yeah. The bathroom is too far away from the bathroom is too far away from the bedroom. I hear you. At least you don't have to go outside to the old porta potty outside, Mar. That's a fact. But yeah, this does it take away from the woodland look? Sure. A lot, like Walt said, a log cabin should be a log cabin. I don't know all of what would happen and why they switched them out, but I'm guessing if they were log cabins, they might have had some structural issues going on with them. And that being said, you can go and find out, maybe a company bought up all the old ones, or maybe they just moved them off property and they're still selling them, but they had to move them off property to bring the new ones in. I have not had an opportunity to do that. That's going to be one of the things on my bucket list to go over and check them out. So, Monarch Miracles, hello, welcome in. Good to see you, Michelle. And yeah, $550 a night, that's a little much. So now we want to talk about, we're going to bounce into some merch. We're going to bounce into some merch. Some new merch came out. And again, using my other handy dandy monitor here. There was some, I was in the Emporium today, and I'm a pretty good shopper when it comes to new stuff. I was just in there for the opening of Tiana's. I walked through, and that is where I used to make magic. And oh, wrong Monarch. Oh, sorry. Thanks. But welcome in anyway. So I was in there, and because I worked there before, made magic in the Emporium before, they move stuff around all the time in there. So if something was in one section, when you come back to visit next time, trust me, they're going to move it to a different section. But they had this today, and I didn't see it, and I was surprised to see this when I logged on today, when I was getting ready to talk about what we wanted to talk about in the show. And this is a Monsters University Loungefly backpack. Now, okay, Katrina will tell you, when Loungefly started, they weren't $88. I don't know what they started at, but they weren't $88. But since the 50th anniversary was over, the Loungeflies are between $78 and $88 now. And that's steady. I mean, the Baymax one that I showed, there's a Baymax one that I showed the other day when I was doing my 4th of July show at Magic Kingdom. And if you haven't seen that, it's a really, really good 4th of July fireworks show. Go in to my channel and check out my lives and check that one out. I did show the Baymax Loungefly, which I believe was 78 and not 88. But this is pretty cool. I like Monsters University. I am a Monsters University person, so I like that. And the back says National Scaring University. I thought that was pretty cool. It's cute. Yeah, it's cute. I like how they put this. The one monster has the blue headband on. I like how they put the material for that right here. I thought that was pretty cool. And again, that's a pocket, and then on the other side, they have the same material with these little patches, sewn on patches. Makes it kind of look old school. I like that. They have a new Mike and Sully and Boo figurine. And Boo is up here if you can't see her. See if I can make her bigger here. There it is. And no, I can't make that bigger. Nope, but I can just make it out. So Boo is on Sully's back. And that figurine is $249. And I don't know where this was. This may have been over where Tony's restaurant is, right there where the photo pass place is. You can see Boo in her little outfit. She is so adorable. Inflation hit Loungefly hard. There's no doubt about that. Curtius, I don't buy them anymore. Refuse to spend that much money. Yeah, I mean, even the ones at Marshalls I've seen are and TJ Maxx. Wow, that's something else. Yeah, in case you missed it, you guys. Yeah, thanks, Katie. So then here we have new dance shorts. So if you're an M80s dancer down at Disney Springs, these are new dance shorts, and you may laugh at those, but I will tell you what, if I would have saw them today, these are the old gym shorts that I used. These are old shorts that I used to wear as gym shorts. And if I would have saw these today, I definitely would have bought a pair just to wear when I go down to Disney Springs and see the M80s. I would definitely buy a pair of those, and should probably tell my friend Jeff about those. National Screaming Champions t-shirt. I think this is pretty cool. It is a Disney t-shirt. This picture, I'm looking at this picture was taken at World of Disney at Disney Springs, because I'm going to click on it, and the background here is the pillars in World of Disney. So this product is at Disney Springs. There's a throw bright blanket, the Baby Monster Blue University out logo. They have throw blankets for everything for $44.99. And that's what it looks like. It's hard to see, but that's what it looks like. Let me go single here. Can I go single? I can. Hold on. Let me go back over to here. I don't want to stop sharing. I want to. Oh, doesn't make it that much bigger. But that's what it looks like. And that was it. So they've got some, some merch. Now, I'm going to guess with that being said, I'm going to guess, let's shift this back. I'm going to guess that they're going to come out with a magic band, a new Monsters University magic band. They have one out there now. It's pretty cool. But with this new merch out, they'll probably come out with one. And where there's a Loungefly, there's always new Disney ears. There'll be new Disney ears with this too. Appreciate you guys for the like. Thank you very much. Hello, Paul. Welcome in, Paul Engel. Hello. Hello, Pete. Pete McDevitt's here. Everyone say hello to Pete. I want candy. Hello, Candy. Cynthia, dear. But yeah, so and the other thing we were going to discuss, changes to the parks. I was at Hollywood Studios today, and Rock and Roller Coaster opened back up. And Rock and Roller Coaster opened back up about 4 weeks ahead of schedule. So if you didn't hear about that, it is open. And they said the changes, I did not ride, but they said the changes are definitely noticeable inside the ride. So I did meet one of my friends up in the gift shop, Drew in the Moment, him and Queen V, we met up in the gift shop and we had a chat, but did not ride the ride. We were just looking at merch, and I bought a Monster, not a Monsters Inc. Monster. You know. You won't ride it. I've had the opportunity as a cast member to ride Rock and Roller Coaster with the lights on, and that was pretty cool and surprising at the same time. So, and Paul is driving, hands-free driving. Paul, thank you. Be safe. He always tells me hands-free and be safe. Yes, I always say I'm voice texting in my car. I can. So, and that's pretty cool. Rock and Roller Coaster. Everybody was a little concerned. I won't say everybody. I'll say some people were a little concerned about what Rock and Roller Coaster, if it was going to turn into something different, and it didn't. So the one thing about worrying is and I say this sometimes, when you worry a lot about something, think of something you worried about 5 years ago. You won't remember. Think about something you worried about a year ago. Don't worry about it. Scripture says, don't worry about it. Don't worry. For tomorrow will take care of itself. So if you worry, you get ulcers. That's what my grandmother used to say. Don't worry, you'll get ulcers. I don't want ulcers, so I'm not going to worry. Changes coming to the parks. Everybody knows what's happening. If you don't know all the scuttlebutt that's happening at Universal Studios, holy smokes! Epic Universe is good competition for the Walt Disney Parks. That's for sure. Major changes to Genie Plus with ride reservations. Let's see if I can do a split screen here. See if I can pull this down to here and then go back to here so I can see you all in chat. There we go. Don't worry about turning my mustache is gray. Yes, it is. That's okay. I've got Just for Men, and it's going to turn brown probably tomorrow. Cynthia, thank you. Multi-pass, haha. Yeah, multi-pass, right? Dole Whip Dave says multi-pass. Yeah, so they just announced major changes. The old conversation people would say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't think that it was a broke thing here. I think it was a broke thing, but a different kind of broke thing. A money broke thing. They saw Universal was getting it, and they're like, well, maybe we could get it too. And I think that's exactly what they did. So there's a bunch of new changes coming to that. Using your smartphone or your Disney Magic Band, you'll be able to get multiple reservation systems at a cost. The system there's been so much controversy about it. And the system, it starts on July 24th. Genie Plus system will change its name to Lightning Lane Multipass. While individual Lightning Lanes will be called Lightning Lane Single Pass, the changes also include increasing the amount of Lightning Lane reservations guests can make and allowing guests to plan and purchase reservations. That purchase word, reservations, before arrival. So you can plan it out before you get to the park. It doesn't say. The virtual queue system is going to stay in. That's not going away. So reopening of Haunted Mansion Holiday later this year. They talked about possibly adding a Christmas, some type of Christmas theme lighting in Guardians. We'll see how that works. Again, Disneyland changes their Haunted Mansion totally over to Christmas. You guys in chat, do you think they should do that here? Not gray, it's powder sugar coated. Sorry, I didn't see that. Thank you. My other screen's covering that up. Thanks, Casey. Yeah. Yeah, well, that would, yeah. And they just go like this and dust it off. They just need to bring back the machines to get Fast Pass next to each ride. I'll tell you what. I want to show you this. I do have old Fast Passes. I just don't have them at my fingertips. I recently, not too long ago, a couple months ago, I went out. Hey, Jay Snudo, welcome in. Good to see you. And I'm going to let me take this out. Let me put this back up here as we're done talking about that. And let me take that out. Thank you. Look, these reminded me of Fast Passes. This was for Pixar Fest out at Disneyland. So when you went over, and it's got the date at the top, 2024, and it's Woody. So when you went over from Disneyland to Pixar Fest, I'm a cast member, and this is a cast ID replacement ticket. So if I wanted to go in and out, this is what they gave me, and it reminded me of Fast Passes. And I got 3 different kinds. I got Woody, and I got Red, and I got Coco. And I saved these, and I thought these were really cool. And I loved Fast Pass. The cool thing about Fast Pass was when we stayed on property with friends of ours, everybody had their own door key. Let me stop screen that. Everybody had your own door key, and I even think I have some of my old door keys here. The door keys that they give you now when you stay on property, and your door key had all your information. You could be at rope drop, and when everybody wanted to ride Soarin' at Epcot, they would just go, and then you would give all those door keys to the fastest runner, and normally that was me, because we went on adult trips and we left our kids at home, and I was the runner, and I would take everybody's door key and I would run to those kiosks, and you would have to go in to the land pavilion, and you have to go down the steps, down the escalator, around the corner to where the seating area is now. When you come out, that whole seating area that had all the machines, and I would just put the cards in and get the tickets, and get the tickets for Fast Pass, and I would take them all, and then we would have our Fast Pass. We would all go ride Soarin' because it was the first ride that we wanted to ride, so we would ride it, and then we would come back later and ride it again, and then you could take your tickets and you could go somewhere else, and that was just a great system. But times change, and that changed, and now we have to get used to. Thank you, Mar. Mar is amazing. The holiday overlay in Disneyland is fabulous with Haunted Mansion and Small World. Well, Mar, I'm not opposed from them doing that here at the Walt Disney World Hollywood Studios. I would be interested in seeing how that turns out. But I love the lighting overlays. Unfortunately, some of the lighting overlays you only see during extra paid events. Christmas parties, extra paid event. The Halloween parties, extra paid events. That's the only time you see those overlays. So you have to pay to see those overlays. But you didn't have to pay extra to see 4th of July fireworks. Running into the parks, what could go wrong? No, you can't run in there now. They used to let you run. Safety violation. What could go wrong? 1,000 people running to a kiosk. I never pushed anyone purposely out of the way. So, Birdwell 24/7, welcome in. Sorry I missed you. So throwback and shutdown of the ride during that's the drawback of that. There maybe, not here. I know a lighting designer that worked for the Walt Disney World Company. Now she works for Universal. Oh, thanks, Theo. Appreciate you. And they did everything at night. So as soon as the park closed, even right when the park closed, they would start working on things as soon as the guests were escorted down to Main Street. And then they had until 6:30 in the morning to finish up. Some things would be covered in canvas or covered in black velvet sheets and things like that, so you wouldn't see. And then the next day, of course, they got to put up dividers and things to hide stuff. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Thanks for being a ninja. It's your ninja blade. So that's some of that stuff. Talking back about Pixar Fest, I picked myself up a guide map, Disney California Pixar Fest. I thought this map was pretty cool. Told everything about Pixar Fest. It's a pretty neat map. Gives you the lay of the land, how everything's laid out, kind of like ours. If you get an opportunity to go to Disneyland, and if it is on your bucket list, I I would put it higher on your bucket list to get it done, because I'm really glad I went. This is their guide map for all of Disneyland. Hello, Space Mountain Dave. How are you? Welcome in. This is and this is it. Tell him, Kelly. This is it. This is just one. You don't have 4. You don't have 5. You have 1. And this is the map. Go online, download the map to Disneyland, and this is it. That's it. Boom. That's it. That's it's everything there. And you go to the left, to the left, to the left. And if you have time, then you can go over to the right. You can see the right from the hub, but still go left. And that's a fact. Hello, Monorail Molly. Welcome in. Pete, thanks for sending people over. I appreciate that. And there's just so much more to do, I think, always to the left. When you go to the left, it's just so much to see, so much to do. They have canoes over there, which made Kelly laugh the other day. You can get in a canoe. I think that you can put like 8 or 10 people in a canoe, and you can paddle all the way around the lake, we have the lake here at Walt Disney World with the big paddle boat. They have a paddle boat. They have a pirate ship. And again, I'll have to have a stream and show you. And I think what I'll do is I'll invite some friends in, and we'll talk about. It'll be Disneyland versus Disney World, and I'll invite some guests in that have done both and have pictures of both that you can share some of that stuff. One of the things that Disneyland did that I thought was really cool. I know I have it. I know it's within arm's reach. Excuse me for a second while I walk away. No. There it is. Now, some of you, and there goes my chair. I have to put pillows on my chair because it keeps going down. Some of you have seen this over at Hollywood Studios here. Okay. And this is the Pizza Planet popcorn bucket with the alien inside. Okay. This is from, and it says yo on the back with the aliens in the back, and RES 1536, research that. But this is from Disneyland. Now they have them here at Disney World. Okay. The difference is the lanyards are different. So the lanyards from Disneyland are different from Disney World. And the door opens up, and the little guy is in here, and I think he comes out. I'm not sure. I haven't done that yet. But the cool part is, well, there's a lot of cool parts about this. And I haven't even done this yet. Wow. I haven't even turned him on. He lights up. Isn't that cool? He lights up, and he's got his little Pizza Planet logo up top. So I remember that. Cynthia. The yo was for Toyota, and people would just take it out and just take the letters off. But and here's the funny part. The top opens up, and that's where they put the popcorn, but they don't put popcorn in it. They give you a tall cylinder square. I don't even know what that shape is, and it sits inside. So you don't have to put popcorn in it. You can put your toys in there. You put your matchboxes in there. If there were a few people complaining that water got in, is very easy. The popcorn bucket when it rained. Yeah, but they shouldn't be putting popcorn in it, and they didn't do that at Disneyland. They gave you a popcorn, and I know I saved it, but it's still packed up somewhere. The cardboard sleeve that went in here, they gave you this, and then they handed you the popcorn, and you put the popcorn, you sat it inside and walked around and ate it. So maybe that was different from Disney World or Disneyland. You see the aliens on the side, but this is pretty cool. And it's a toy and it rolls and it's pretty cool. Now, what they did with this at Disneyland that they didn't do at Disney World is they took, I don't know how many of these, I have to research it, and they took these things off and they decorated them. There's one on the ship in the water, the pirate ship that we got on, and Kelly probably knows the name of that ship. I don't know. But it was in the captain's quarters and it was totally painted brown. So there was one over by Mr. Toad's ride. I mean, they put them in different places of the park, but they decorated them all different. And I think that was really cool that they took something this simple and added a little bit of imagination. Hello. And kind of like a hide and seek thing. And then you would go around and try to find as many as you could. I thought that was pretty cool. So that's that. And I'll just let him sit on the floor. And what other one did I get? Oh, we'll bring the other one out later when we do the Disneyland versus Walt Disney World. The Columbia, thank you, Red. Pirate Red knows everything about pirate stuff in Disneyland. I'm just Captain Jack. I just forget things because the rum's always gone. Every popcorn kiosk is completely themed to that area at Disneyland. I love that. I think that's great. So there you go. More information. Look, and that hour flew by. Oh my gosh. Leaving Saturday. I got that. Theo, make sure you reach out to me on Instagram and give me that information. And then we'll see if we can't say hello. What else did I want to talk about? Pins. Oh, pins. Shocker. Pin trading has come back to Walt Disney World parks. All Walt Disney World parks, all cast members. More cast members are trading pins now than I saw before COVID, which I really, really like. And I think they're really pushing it. With the plus, I'll go ahead and put in a minus, if you will. There is a place, the Photo Pass in Hollywood Studios. When you come through Hollywood Studios and you come in, and after you scan your badge or scan your Magic Band, if you go right to the left, it's right after guest services. There's a kiosk. It's not a kiosk. It's a building. It's 3 steps to go up to the building, and inside is Photo Pass. But to the right, they always had a place where you could trade pins. It was a big Mickey shape on a easel, a big easel for years, all the way, I think even before COVID. But now what they have is they have these other pin traders. They come in with their books and books and books of pins, and they sit in this little seating area there, which is made for the people that were waiting for their photo passes to be made. And now they can't sit there anymore because all these other people are doing it. And I know you have a place to sit and it's air conditioned. You have that right because you buy your ticket. But there's never going to be good pins on that board in there because they go in as they're sitting there and they get them off the board first. Just a thumbs down for that for me. So we could talk about Pinocchio. Pinocchio. I like Pinocchio. And I have this little movable figure of Pinocchio. His head turns, his arms turns, his little legs move. He has no strings to hold him down. So I like Pinocchio. He's one of my jams. He's pretty cool. So when I saw this pin come out with Geppetto and Figaro, is limited edition of the anniversary of Pinocchio, and I just thought that was really cool. And I haven't even opened it yet, but I got that, and that'll go away in my in my collection box. And we're going to hang out just a few more minutes, and we're going to talk about some pins. I had a birthday not too long ago, and my amazing kids went on to my Amazon account per their mother, my amazing wife, and some things that I had in, what do you call that page where in like future, that if you could buy it, you just save it. And I had a couple things on there, and I even forgot I had these on here. So I want to do an unboxing while we're live and show you guys. So I had the holiday pins, the Halloween pin collection wish list. Thank you, Katie. And these were the holiday Disney 100th anniversary mystery pin collection, and they're really cool part. I like how they really just decorated the box. I thought the box was really cool. So we're going to open these up, and while we're live. So I like opening things up from the bottom because then I'll save the box. I don't know why. And then I have my handy dandy razor blade here. We'll cut across the top. And each box comes with one pin. And this is the first one. And this is unique. See, these are, everybody knows what a Mickey pin back looks like. This is what a Mickey pin back looks like. It's shaped like a Mickey head. You see the little rubber? That's a pin back, okay? Years and years and years ago, before pins got really popular, they just had these pin backs, just a round pin back. That's all it was. So now these round pin backs are on here. So this is the first one that I just opened up, and these glow in the dark, and it's Mickey, and he's got his skeleton outfit on. Now, if you know, where's he at? There he is. If you know, I'll grab him because he's right here. Take this off. Oh, and I gotta show you this too. This was the Mickey popcorn bucket from this year. Isn't that cute? He's getting ready to pull down his skull mask, and his little popcorn bucket lights up. Got a light on the inside. So that's what the pin is. I'll put him right there. So that's what the pin. The pin is him in a skeleton outfit. I think that's pretty cool. And it glows in the dark. Show us a close-up of the box so we can see which ones we could. Oh, okay, be in the box. All right, I could do that. Thank you, Katie. Handy dandy is Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues. I love Blue's Clues. All right, so there we go. So there's your close-up. Your close-up is, let me hold it up here. So, let me just block my arm. So we have Donald riding a broom with a witch. We have Mickey. Is that Donald or Date? No, is that, wait a minute. I wish I could just, that's Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I'm sorry. That's Huey, Dewey, and Louie here. And then Mickey. And then Donald as a devil. Goofy as a mummy. Figaro as a jack-o'-lantern. And Pluto as a pirate. Brilliant merchandising. Brilliant. I agree. This is Disney Baker Radio. All right. So we open this box number 2. And we have, oh, I was hoping we'd get this one. It is Huey, Dewey, and Louie with the witch. And Huey is a devil, Dewey is a witch, and Louie is a ghost. And this is a pretty big pin. That's really cute. And the last box. Does anybody else collect pins? Oh, do you have this collection? Do you have this collection, Cynthia? And I didn't really need a razor blade because it has a perforated spot, but you know how that works. It never works. And, oh, okay. Boom. It's another Mickey. So now I have to go on the pin trading site and trade my Mickey for one of the ones that I don't have. But if you're interested, these are still on Amazon. They're still on Amazon. They still, so if you're interested, and maybe I'll wait. An Amazon day is coming up, isn't it? Where it's discount days at Amazon. That's got to be coming up sometime soon. So got doubles. Yep. I don't have these pins. No, Cynthia, but you have something that I don't have. You got your D23 pins. I know you do because I saw you put something out there and you said, "Oh, I love my pins." And then literally the next day I got my email from D23 that said mine were on their way. So I'll wait for mine to come. So I guess we'll just turn this into the pin part of the show. I collected a couple pins today, traded a couple pins today. I traded for this Stitch. He's got a little heart and he's a hidden Mickey. Look on his ear up here, top right of yours. He's got a hidden Mickey. He's holding his heart. Are you still making pin boards? I am, Stephanie. And I am. You need to reach out to me and we need to talk about that. And I traded for this one, Dalmatians, and he's got a Dalmatian up, one of his little puppies on top of his head. I think that's real cute. I traded for that one. I've never seen that one before. I don't know what cat this is. Can somebody tell me what? Here, let me put this on my other board. I have a bunch of different ways to show pins that. Here, let's use this one. Who is that? Is that Yzma? I don't think that's Yzma. It's a cat. And it's got a little Mickey hat. Dean the Turkey Legster, welcome in. I don't know what show this cat's from. First I thought it was Yzma, but that cat was a little, I don't know. So I traded for that today just because it was different. I traded for the band leader. I like that one. I traded for that one. I need a pin board too. Okay, Paul. All right, you guys get with me. We'll have to do, I'll have to send you a link and we can chat. Now this is, if I'm not mistaken, where's my magnifying glass? There it is. This is a lounge fly. Yeah, this is a lounge fly pin. And this is, it's Peter, Wendy, John, and Michael. So this is John. Or is Michael the little one? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But he's flying. And I thought that was so cute. So I traded for that. Hi, Tina. What's going on? Tina. I like that one. And then I traded for Daisy today. You don't see too many Daisy pins, so when I see them, I pick them up. And a friend of mine, his wife is a big Daisy collector. So I think this one's good. I have this one, but I traded it because I know his wife would like it. And then this is a 2024 pin. I do collect dated pins, year pins, when I see them. And then it's John. Thank you, Katrina. But this was a 2024. It's Cheshire Cat. And I thought this was pretty cool. I like the stars down at the bottom. This one came on a lanyard pack. And I think there were either 4 or 6 different characters on that lanyard pack. I'm not a big Cheshire Cat. I like Cheshire Cat, but I traded it because it's a year pin. It marks the year, and I have Minnie, and this goes with the Mickey, and she's playing a harp, and it's a hidden Mickey. Well, I'll tell you what, I saw everyone. If you're not familiar with my shorts on my YouTube page, check out my shorts. I'll be putting one out from Daisy from today. And she was in the parade, and she did a special dance for me during that parade. And wait till you see it. Talk about sassy. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. It will make you laugh. It was great. And this was one that I've never. I don't see much of these guys, and this one really surprised me. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Very surprised to see that one. So, and with we're going to talk about this one again. I know I already held it up, but again, and I'll show you with my pointer. If you're not familiar with the newer pins that Disney is putting out, and they're using a cubic zirconia, and it's right here. Let me switch hands here. Cubic zirconia. It's a little Mickey like diamond right here. You can see that. And they're putting that to stop people from making their pins. And that's, I guess a company could do that if they wanted to, but they would really have to work hard at it. But I think that's really cool that they're trying to make people stop copying their pins. And this was one of the airplanes, the Disney airplane pack, hidden packages. And this is, of course, Orange Bird. And everybody loves Orange Bird. So I did pretty well today. When I try not, I've been trying not to buy a lot because I'm trying to downsize my collection. And I bought a new pin today that now I don't know where I put it. I only bought one pin. I traded a bunch of pins, but I only bought one. And I thought I brought it in here and sat it on my table. Huh. All right. Well, I didn't. So I'll have to show you next time. But it's a really cool pin. It's a anniversary pin. But with that, they came out with a new baseball jersey today or this week. And this is the new baseball jersey. It's a Walt Disney World baseball jersey. And these were $74.99. And this is embroidered. This is not iron-on. This is embroidered. The buttons are backwards. They are snaps, not buttons. This is a woman's cut. I don't know why they do that, but they do. They just put snaps on them. This is a large. This fits me perfectly. And it is embroidered on the back, Walt Disney World. And then on the right sleeve, they have the castle stitched. It's embroidered. And then at the bottom left, it has Walt Disney World established 1971. This is really, really, really cool. This is really cool. So these were just released in the parks. I didn't see them until today. I may have seen it the other day when I was in for Tiana's, but I'm not sure. But yep. And that was my big purchase for today. And I'm just downsizing. And we'll put it that way. I'm downsizing. Just look behind me. I need to downsize. I made a comment to my wife the other day. I said, if I buy one more t-shirt, you should just punch me right in my mouth. So today when I took it out of the bag, she looks at me, she goes, what is that? And she didn't go like this. What is that? She goes, what is that? I said, it's a baseball jersey. It's not a t-shirt, so you can't hit me. So she goes, like, you need another one of those. But down here, those that travel down here, those that live down here, we have cool evenings. Cool meaning temperature wise. So you're going to get some days where some of that stuff's going to be like that, where you're going to need a little bit of weight, under a t-shirt when that cool wind comes up in the evening. So that being said, we're going to, we want to continue doing a weekly show, a chat show, something like this. We're going to invite guests to come in and chat about stuff. I don't know if our Disneyland versus Walt Disney World will happen next week. But I want to plan for that. I want to have a couple different people on, but I definitely want to do something like that. Like I said, if you guys have any ideas or things you want to talk about, or things you thought were a good idea, if you want to see more pins, you want to see more pin frames, you want to talk about pin frames, you want to watch me make a pin frame, that's boring, and it takes way too much time. Just let me know if you're in need of a pin frame, and I'll put this out there. People have shoe collections, they have a shoe wall. People have hat collections, have a hat wall. And I say that because if you were to, I'll show you. I built this, and I'll take a picture of it, and then I'll show it to you. And this is hanging on the back of my studio door. Let me turn my light around to give it some light. Now I ordered these clips for this off of Amazon, and I hung them from clips over top the door. And these are just straps with hat clips, and each, I have a wall for everything Disney. No, but close. What's going on with my camera? And they're just, it's about a 1 1/4 inch wide strap, and I just hot glued the top and put it over a hook that's flat on the door. You can get door hooks, and you can order them on Amazon. And then each clip holds 2 hats, and then you separate the clips. Like you see right here, they're right here. There isn't a hat. There isn't 2 hats, but there's a clip there because the 2 hats are in the other room. So I have over 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I have over 35 Disney hats. So, and that collection started years ago, years and years and years ago. And you got to have a place to put them. You have pins, you have to have a place to put them. If you're looking for that, reach out to me on Instagram, send me an email. All my information is in below. We are desperately trying to get over our 3, and I'll say this, and I'll keep riding this. I want to get over 3,000 watch time hours. Okay. If you have any time you want to watch some of my videos, please go in and do it. I'm just saying, once I get over that and I have my 3,000 subscribers already, I get monetized. I can start doing what I really like to do is bake. And I want to do a 24-hour bake. I have a Whatnot channel that I haven't been on for a while, but I have a Whatnot channel. It's a 24-hour live auction site. You just Google Whatnot and you'll find out about that. My information for that is also in my YouTube information. It's The Baker's Closet. I'll bake for 24 hours, and then live while I'm baking, I'll be auctioning off what I'm baking. I'm going to auction it off. And all that money for the first one is, my sister has multiple sclerosis, so that's going to go to MS, the MS Foundation. None of that money. I'm going to see if I can't figure out a way to have that money go directly to that. And I'm going to reach out to some other YouTubers I know to do some things like that. But I want to do that. And then the next time I do it 24 hours, it's either going to be for autism or for Give Kids the World, depending on what time of the year it is. And I just want to just continue doing that sort of thing. Now, that being said, there's operating costs to all of that, ingredient cost. it's just out of pocket. And that's where the support of the channel will really come into play. Trust me, if you're supporting that particular 24-hour bake, that's fantastic. The ingredients and things like that. I don't mind donating that for those specific things, because if I'm making 8-10 dozen mint chocolate chip cookies or mint chocolate chunk cookies or macadamia or whatever I'm making, and it brings in a certain amount of money that goes to that, I'm good with that. But to take care of the cost of the channel, to take care of what I want to do for, this doesn't all magically appear. This is a thought out process. If you go on Think Media, Sean Cannell, him and his team, and you research what they do and how they do their lives and how they constructed their company called Think Media, a lot goes into what YouTubers do. And anything that comes in to support the channel, there are links in my descriptions for that. If you're interested in supporting that, it's always appreciated. I'm just saying it'll go out there, especially for when I do my bakes. That's the heart of what I'm going to do, my bakes. If you're interested in a pin board, that's something that I started doing. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I have 24 pin boards on this wall. And I don't have all my pins up yet. All right. So you may see a pin board one day during one of my whatnot auctions come off this wall. And I'll just hold it up and I'll go, we're going to auction this off. Okay. You may see that one day, only because you could only have so many pins. Okay. To where it gets to be too much. Tell that to a woman with her shoes or her purses, they'll say you're crazy. But it's the thing. I appreciate that, Tina. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. So that being said, if you're interested in getting a pin board, I do have pin boards. I have pin boards that are finished. I can take pictures of them and email them to you. You let me know which one you're interested in. I'll let you know what the cost is of it and the shipping cost for it. And we'll go from there. My pin boards are pin boards that you can literally take and shake. Do I have one behind me? I do. Yep, I have one behind me. Let me grab it. This pin board I made. This is one of my pin boards. This has all ducks and cats and pigs and birds and mooshu on it. And then once you put your pins on it and you take it, you shake it up and down, they don't come off. They don't come off. And this is the back of this one. It looks like some of the backs are different. So there's that one. And then I have this one that doesn't have any pins on it. This one had some pins on it, but then I took the pins off because I'm going to replace them. And this is another one of my pin frames. Some of my pin frames are very decadent. Some are more modern. And I have some that are very big and then some that are this size and or smaller. So if there is a frame, if there's a sentimental frame, and I'll put this out there, if you have a picture frame, thank you, Stephanie. If you have a picture frame that's sentimental to you, I have 2 of them in my house. They were both my grandmother's and grandfather's. I made them into pin frames, okay, because they're sentimental to me. If you have a pin frame that's sentimental and you want to send it to me and you want to box it up and insure it and send it to me, I'll let you know what it's going to cost to make that into a pin frame for you. If some people have that, and I can do that. So reach out to me Instagram, reach out to me on email. And again, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending your Sunday evening here. And my cursor is going crazy now. But I'm Chris the Disney Baker. Finally, I'm finally. Oh, something else. I want to show you this. I got this today. It was so cool. I was at Animal Kingdom this morning and bumped into Jeff from Does Our Dream, and that was pretty cool. And he gave me his button. If you are coming in late, he gave me his button. So I have my button, and I'm going to put it back there. I have a nice canvas thing from a Walt Disney pin collection that I got. And then I bumped into KOFA Creations, and they were there. And they gave me this really cool glow in the dark creative. It said, Creative Studio, Ignite Your Imagination. And this glows in the dark. And I met those ladies, and they were awesome. So I'm glad. Did you get my info on Instagram? Dole Whip Dave, hold on one momento. Let me jump over to my Insta. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Here's my cursor. Looking. I got Sarah's. I got Krista's. Let me go back. Dole Whip. Hold on a second. Why am I not getting that? Let me type it in here. Hold on. Dave. Dole Whip Dave. I did not. I just clicked you, and Dole Whip Dave is all one word. Is that correct? It's not spaced out. It might be in your other folder if you aren't friends. I just thank you, Katrina. I appreciate that. What is up with my cursor today? Let me just double check that. 2 messages. There he is. Refresh. There it is. Yep. I got it. Thank you so much for the good thing. All right. Got you, Dave. Yep. I just got that. Thank you. Yes. All right. Cool. All right. I got your info. All right. Yes, I did. I got that. Thanks. All right. Cool. All right. So let's call it a night. Let's call it a night. It's 8:30. We went a little bit over. I don't like putting time on this because as long as we're having fun, that's what we're meant to have. We're meant to have fun. Katie, all my moderators that are in blue and they have wrenches, you know what you mean to me when you're here. You help keep this channel scrolling and rolling, and you keep it family friendly, and you've got my back. And I appreciate that. Everybody's going through some type of struggle. Something maybe sounds simple to you and just breaks them down and takes them to their knees. Be compassionate about that. If you hear of it and you hear of a friend that needs some time, and you have some time, give them your time. A neighbor struggling with whatever, a coworker, somebody sits in a cubicle 3 away from you that never talks to you, and you just hear him just sobbing one day. Just reach out to him and say, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? Be that person. Let it shine. Don't hide it under, this little light of mine. Let it shine. Don't hide it. Let people know who you are. Let people know what you stand for. Stand for something. Be there for that person. I am Chris the Disney Baker. I appreciate you being here. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Peace, love, and pixie dust hugs. And pixie dust hugs will have to do until we meet in person. I'm Chris the Disney Baker. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. And we'll see you next Sunday. So long.